Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the NYX Cosmetics Prismatic Shadows. I went to the NYX store on vacation and I got all the prismatic shadows. Plus I tried 3 of the hot singles shadows. I had never tried the hot singles before. So today I'm going to show you all the prismatics and the 3 hot singles that I got. These are a fantastic deal if you can get them at a NYX store, because if you buy the empty palette and it holds 9 shadows, if you buy the empty palette and you fill it with 9 shadows, it's only $28. Now, normally it would be a lot more than that. I calculated how much it would cost if I bought these in the pots, like the way they sell them at Ulta. They're $4.50 at Ulta if you buy them in the pots. If you buy them this way with the palettes and the refill shadows, it's $84 the way that I bought them. If you buy them the regular way, it's $121.50. And so I saved $37.50 buying them the way that I did. So, big savings. I don't know if they have this deal on their website, on the NYX website. I'm not sure. But if you go to Ulta or any place that sells the prismatics, the only way you can get them is to buy them in the pots. And you're going to pay a lot more that way. So my point is, if you have a NYX store that you can shop at, it's a big savings. Okay, so I rearranged the way I had them in the palettes from yesterday's video. That's another great thing that I love about this, is I can never seem to make up my mind how I want these to be laid out in the palettes. So I keep switching them around, and that's really fun. I mean, you can't do that with a pre-made palette. So let's start with this one. And yeah, let's start with this one. Okay, so, and then I just make a post-it to let me know which shadows are in what position in the palette, because they don't say the names on the back. So I didn't want to take any chances of not being able to identify the shadow, like if I took it out of the palette for whatever reason and set it down and then wasn't really sure if I got them mixed up or something. So I put little labels on the back and wrote the names because, yeah, I don't want to take any chances. Okay, so they come in lots of different colors, some more practical than others, but the whole idea with the prismatics are that it's like a prism on your eyes. I have 2 different shades on today that are somewhat similar in color, but one is deeper than the other, and I wanted to do kind of a coppery type eye. I thought that would look really nice with the red lipstick. So I do have more than one shade in my eyes, and I will point those out when I get to them. I just had to pull out my notes here because I want to give you the color description that NYX gives to describe the color. Alright, so let's start at the beginning here with Frostbite. Now, just to look at that, you might think, oh, it's a white. Oh no, it's much more than that. It is a white opalescence with blue pearl. So you can use this as a brow bone highlight or in a corner highlight if you want to, but just know that there's going to be almost like a blue duochrome going on there with it. It's not that noticeable, but if you were to use this with some of the warmer colors like on your lid and your crease, it's probably not going to look as good as if you paired it with some of the cool shades. So that is Frostbite. Okay, now the next one is called Punk Heart, And this is described as a deep plum with purple shimmer. So if you're into purples, you would most likely like Punk Heart. You can see that sheen that they've got going on there. Okay, this is liquid gold. This is what I have on the inner 2/3, I would say, of my lids. To me, it comes off more as a copper than it does a gold. Well, I guess it's sort of a warm gold is what it is. So it's a gold that borders on copper because of the warmth. But yeah, I have that on the inner 2/3 of my eyes. So that's liquid gold. And then this shade right here is called Girl Talk. This I have in pot form too. This was the very first one of these that I ever bought. And I just think that so many of you would like this because you can do like an everyday look by just putting this on the lids and then just darkening up the outer V area or the crease and you're good to go. So it's really easy. Kind of like the equivalent of MAC's Naked Lunch or Urban Decay Sin. It's that type of color. And they describe it as an opalescent pink. And I don't know, to me, it's more of a pink / peach. I guess it would be considered a warm pink. But it's that peachy pink color that so many people love. And you can see that beautiful sheen that it gives. This shade right here is Mermaid. This is an opalescent mint with gold shimmer. And when I was doing some research reading about these shades, this is the color that everybody was going crazy over. And I said, okay, I will give that a shot. And I did wear this one day. And it is really, really pretty. So that was Mermaid. And then this next one is called Smoke and Mirrors. And it is described as a deep gunmetal gray with silver shimmer. So it almost has like a bluish tone to it. So it's a very cool gray. That type of shade is going to look really good on somebody with blue eyes. Whenever I do silvers, grays, anything like that, people always comment on it. Okay, this is Golden Peach. And the color name is essentially in the name. The description is in the name of the color is what I'm trying to say. Soft peach with gold shimmer. Okay. And this one is not as pigmented as you would think it would be just looking at it, but it is really pretty. And even though I haven't had these that long, I've already played around with a ton of these shadows in a number of different ways, even if it was just to like do like a neutral look and then drag a bright color along the lower lash line, or I tried to use as many of them as possible to make sure that there weren't like any duds in the bunch. There was one that I just didn't like the way that it blended, and I will point that out when I get to it. Okay, what's next? But I haven't used every single color yet. Next is Blue Jeans. And this is a cobalt blue with silver shimmer. Really pretty. Haven't gotten to try that one yet. And the last one in this palette right here is Fireball. Rusty orange with red opalescence. I had that one in the pot too before I went out and bought all these Pro-Pan type style shadows. Okay, so that's the first palette that I made. Now we're going to move on to this. This is called Bedroom Eyes. It's a deep brown metallic. I had that one in the pot too. Deep brown metallic. I see a lot of gold in there. And I don't really think that this is that deep, that I would put that in the description. To me, that's more like a medium. But the descriptions that I'm giving you are NYX's descriptions. Okay, this one right here is called Jaded. It is a deep green with light green shimmer. Oh, that is so pretty. So pretty. I think I used that along the lower lash line one day with a neutral look. This shade right here is called Tin, and it is a metallic silver. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'll say. Boy, is that metallic-y. Look at the way the light catches that. Unreal. Boy, that with that Smoke and Mirrors one that I showed you, those two would look so stunning together. Okay, now let's see. This is called Voodoo, and it is a cherry brown with green pearl. And this is one of those shadows like, oh my God, there's so many of them. Urban Decay Lounge, I think, is one. The shadow in the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, that's the green with the brown duochrome. There's tons of them. Just about every company makes one of these. I don't know. This must be the easiest duochrome for companies to make because they all seem to have that green with brown duochrome. And the more you blend this, the more brown it will turn. Because when you just look at it, it looks green. And when you swatch it like that, it's green in the center and then brown on the outside. But the more you work with this with a brush, it's just going to eventually, the more you blend it, go over all the way to brown. So just keep that in mind, that if you want to get that duochrome effect, you have to work with this as little as possible to keep the duochrome intact. So that's Voodoo. And that's the only one that is like an obvious duochrome in the bunch. This next one is called Venom. And boy, is that a fun color, huh? Lime green with yellow pearl. Doesn't apply quite the same. Doesn't seem to be quite as bright, and it looks warmer on my finger. Now, you have to take into consideration that, you know, up against my very red looking finger here from doing all this swatching, that could be why. But that is Venom. This is Savage. It is a cool teal metallic. It's funny because then next to that I wrote deep turquoise with black. So I think I got two color descriptions there from two different sources. I would go with the cool teal metallic description out of the two. And I did use this one day. And it was pretty, But because of my eye color, when you use a color that is somewhat close to your natural eye color, it just, there's no contrast there. So it didn't look as good on me as it would on somebody with brown eyes, in my opinion, or hazel eyes, actually, because there just wasn't any contrast there. It was too similar. But I did like it, and it did perform well. That's Savage. Okay, this is Whimsical. This is a light lavender with shimmer. I had this on in yesterday's video, so if you want to see what it looks like on, that is Whimsical. Really, really pretty. I love light purples. This one is Doll Face. How ironic, huh? I'm Mrs. the Doll, and this is Doll Face, and this is the one out of all these shadows that I'm most apprehensive about using. Because it is a hot pink with pink shimmer, and my skin can sometimes have so much coolness to it that this could go wrong very easily. So I'm going to have to figure out just how I'm going to use that. But that's Doll Face. Yeah, that type of color is not going to be easy to play with. Okay, and this is Bewitched. This is a warm green metallic. And I think I did use that one day. Isn't that pretty? And that completes the second palette. And let's move on to the last one. This is Volatile. It is a warm purple metallic. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I'm really partial to purples. Most of my life, my favorite color was purple, and then all of a sudden I overdid it so much that I kind of backed off from the purples, but purples will always have a special place in my heart because it was my favorite color for a long, long time. This one is called Glass Slipper. This is a warm green frost. And let's see what that one looks like. Oh wow, that's a really, really light green. And again, because of the color of my eyes, that kind of clashes, but it's so pretty that I don't care. I'll wear it anyway. I'll wear just about anything. I don't care. Like, I don't stick to any particular colors or only wear what's complimentary. I like to just wear any shade. Okay, this is Rose Dust. This is a warm copper metallic, and this is the other shade that I have on right now. And I have this in the crease, and I have this in the outer third of my eyes. I also dragged it along the lower lash line. So that's Rose Dust. This is Gilded. This is a light honey with yellow shimmer. Bam. Wow. So if you like your golds with a lot of yellow in them, that is Gilded. Okay, and then this is Dark Swan. It is described as a deep navy with shimmer. This is the only one that I've used so far that I felt like I was a little disappointed with. It didn't blend as nice as I would like it to have. It blended a little bit patchy, so I don't know that I would get that one. So that's Dark Swan. Swatch is fine. It could have been the brush that I used too. Sometimes if I have trouble blending out an eyeshadow, the next time I use it, I'll use a different brush. Or if I think to do that, I'll just grab a different brush right away. because judging by the way that swatched, I'm thinking it might have been the brush I used that day, because that swatched just fine. It's nice and even and no problems at all. So that's Dark Swan. So maybe you would want to try that. And then the last of the prismatics is this. This is Sunset Days. It's described as a rusty copper with shimmer. So there's a lot of these types of colors, I feel, in the line. Almost too many, because they seem to be somewhat repetitive, and some of them are pretty close to each other in color. But sometimes that's good, because like today, I have on the liquid gold and the rose dust, because I want to do something like monochromatic, but because there is a slight difference in the depth of the color, I felt like they paired really well together. So sometimes it's good when they have some colors that are similar. And then on the bottom here are the 3 hot singles that I got. This is Sin, and this is described as a beige with multi-glitter. I went real practical when I picked out the 3 hot singles, so that's like really, really mellow. Like if you're doing like a no makeup look, you could put that on the lids and call it a day if you just wanted something easy. And then the next one is called Chandelier, and this is a cool frosty beige. So that's more of a really cool toned shade, which those kind of colors look nice on me with my skin tone. And then this is Sex Kitten. It's a peachy pink shimmer. Oops, I got a little bit of the edge of one of the others there. Just ignore that darker swatch next to it. So those are all the shadows. And the only other thing that I want to mention is I do not have any kind of finishing spray on my face right now. And I wanted to spray my face so that you could see what these shadows would look like once they have setting spray on them. Because a lot of people use that at the end of their makeup look. So let's see what the Morphe setting spray will do to these shadows. You know, will it change the appearance of them? And if so, how? So yeah, let's do that. Okay, it does look a little bit more luminous and prismatic. I feel like the shadows are catching the light a little bit more, especially the inner corners. I have a couple other products on my eyes besides those 2 eyeshadows. I used my face highlighter as a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight, and I have a matte bronzer that I lay down in the crease first thing. Ooh, I don't like what that setting spray just did to my hair. So yeah, I have a couple other things on as well. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. If there were any colors that you saw that you want me to do a look with, I can do that. That's it for today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.